Welcome to the Hot+keys podcast. As always, this is Mick. I'm always joined by
Jesse Bick,
Landon Browning, Benjamin Stewart.
welcome, guys. Well, so we've been here for like 5 hours, it feels like already.
Setting stuff up.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't noticed, hopefully we sound a lot better than our previous episodes. Since we care about all you listeners, we splurged and got some updated equipment. So got a mixer. We have all separate mics. We're wearing headphones, so you know we're professionals now.
We at least look professional.
Right. If any of you happen to walk in this room and look at us, you would realize that we're all professional.
Down to the sock that's over Ben's mic. I do not have a pop
Our
filter.
lack of pop filter fixed by Landon's sock.
It's crusty. Oh, yeah.
It is. Better crusty than not crusty, I would say.
gross.
That's my motto.
That's your
Disgusting.
catchphrase.
That's gross, dude. Why?
It's the 26th of... What month is this?
May.
This month is just flown by.
It went
Yeah,
quick.
it has, for real.
I don't know if I like that or if I'm okay with that.
Just means closer to death.
That's
That's a positive. It's a positive, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
1 month closer to death.
I mean, for me, it's 1 month closer to just unbearably hot summer.
But-
I hate that.
But it'll be fun because you'll be at school. You'll be outside working on the
Yeah.
in the heat.
Yeah.
On the roofs.
Well,
Oh,
hopefully
man.
I'll be making the equipment to make me cold. So
Yeah. That's the dream right there. Refrigerant. Yeah. It'll also suffocate you though, right? It displaces
it
oxygen.
will. Yeah, it'll burn you.
Yeah.
It'll kill you.
Yeah.
It's a death. It's a death liquid.
Yeah. It's good though. So what's on the agenda for today, boys?
Well, gee, I don't know. I mean, we've been here for so long, setting all this stuff. Okay. So we bought all this equipment. None of us really know
what we're
like
doing.
what we're doing.
I know a bit.
I mean, a bit. It's working now, so it's good. It did take us quite a while to like hone it in, but
I think I counted 3 hours.
I
with
was
you just sitting there going, "Duh," and then Ben and I over here like doing stuff. And
I didn't try at all.
Did you guys notice how
Didn't try.
smooth everything went once I got here? An hour late.
Ben did. Yeah.
You were an hour late. Our original time was like to get here at 10, and then I pushed it to 11
You
because I wanted
should
to
have. You
sleep.
should have told me 10. I guess.
We probably should have. We probably should have just kept the time. the
Mick
same.
told me 10 and I showed up exactly at
Well,
10
I
o'clock.
asked Landon if he had, because Landon was the one that wanted to push everything back. We were going to go to breakfast this morning and then start setting things up by 10. And then I'm up in time and I text Landon and he's like, "Oh, I'm so tired." And it's like 8:30 in the morning. I'm like, "Really?" Like, okay.
Okay, it
And
was
he's
probably.
like, "I'm going back to bed."
I think it was actually probably a good thing though, because if we didn't push it, like Ben would have been 2 hours late.
No,
Well, it's all relative.
once I got the text, I was like,
relative.
"Oh, I have more time. I
Yeah,
can
and
sleep."
okay, the other thing, Landon was like, "Oh yeah, I texted everybody and let them know." And then I
didn't let me know.
Yeah,
I
you
forgot
didn't
to
text
send- I did
anybody.
not Well, text okay, me
he
so-
like wrote it out and didn't push send.
Well, no, I said we're gonna try to record at 11, but the C button on my phone wasn't working, so and I tried to like use the C button for 5
20
minutes
minutes.
and it wouldn't work, so I just put my phone back in my pocket.
Yeah, so I have to text Jesse, and he's like, I'm at Landon's place already,
I'm already
and we're
here.
still out at breakfast." I'm like,
He could have. We just got to the place, and it's only like a couple minutes from my
In
apartment.
our defense, though, Jesse didn't want to come to breakfast. It's
I'm
like 2 minutes away.
broke.
We told you could have just came and hang out.
I
Like
could have.
You
Have a
could,
cup
yeah,
of
you could have
coffee or
literally
something.
just
I
sat
could
down
have
and have like
definitely done
$1 coffee.
I'm strapped, man.
Shut up!
You're that strapped. You're
Gosh
that
dang it.
strapped. Like
You want to see my bank account?
I don't.
no,
want to see
I don't
Didn't
want to be
think so.
really depressed.
It's really depressing.
Yes.
Tell us, Jesse.
How
No, I'd rather
depressing?
not. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
Anyway, okay. So new equipment. I like it. I think it's good. We were using a Blue Yeti mic,
Yep.
a USB mic, just sitting in the middle of a table.
With the 4 of us surrounded by
Yeah,
it.
which I don't know.
I didn't think it was terrible.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it definitely could have been worse, like recording off an iPhone speaker.
Or that first mic that we tried. I don't think we.
I don't even remember that mic. What mic are you talking about?
Well, that you were like, "Wow, this looks so cool." Like, and then, like we bought it, and Dave's like, "What kind of piece of garbage did you use?"
Dave was like,
What was it?
It was like some like I thought it was gonna be better because it was like $50.
Dave said it was like a webcam mic or something that
Yeah.
you guys
It
were
was,
using.
yeah.
Good
It like it
Lord.
literally clipped onto the top of his laptop.
Oh my
And,
god.
I guess the audio was so bad that I don't think we released the episode.
We didn't, no, and
Oh
we
my
never will
God.
because it was
I didn't listen to it.
unlistenable.
I don't even know if it was good or not. Like, was it funny?
Probably not.
No.
Are we ever funny?
No.
I don't.
Maybe we try.
I find myself laughing a few times.
You laugh at everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, Jesse, the wall's white.
Oh,
That's
No way,
funny.
really?
The window's open.
you're stupid.
Whoa.
Oh.
Jeez, Landon. Take it that far. It's
Sorry.
I'm
personal.
starting to think that
Personal
Landon
jabs.
is the reason Jesse wasn't allowed at John Wick last week.
What?
Oh.
No.
Did you?
Nobody ever
Landon was
told
like,
me.
I invited him. I
No,
just
you
pressed
didn't.
send. Apparently,
No, that Mick was the one that organized that, so I want to.
Did
Yeah. Even
I
though
don't
it's like,
organize
let's-
everything.
I think that's why you changed the time this morning. You're like, what's most inconvenient for Jesse?
Landon, why
I
don't you
was.
just,
I showed
Landon,
up.
okay,
on the,
we're here right
on the
now.
original
We're in the
time.
same room. Landon and Jesse face to face.
Hash it out.
Hash it out. Yeah, let's
Screw you.
see.
Why do you hate me?
I'm just kidding.
Let's see how you guys really feel.
I'd
It's a
rather
safe
not.
place. It's just us. No one else is listening.
Well, okay, to be fair, like if we had like remember to invite you, like would you have gone?
Yeah, I've seen the other two.
I thought money was
John Wick
tight.
movies,
Yeah, I thought
too.
money was tight.
Not
you were
at the
strapped.
time. I
Wait,
am
so wait, you
strapped.
went from like not strapped to like strapped in a week span.
Yes,
That was literally 7 days
that's
ago.
literally has happened a few times.
That's
That's not good.
That's bad.
That's
It
is
really
not.
That's
bad.
bad. You need to win the lottery.
No,
I've tried.
And you've tried. Win the lottery and then upgrade all of our equipment that we just upgraded.
Okay. Guess what?
At that point, you could just buy us a studio.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
I'd just buy a mansion and be like, "Hey, basement."
Okay. Well,
That'd
get
be-
on that
I'm just
and
kidding.
get back to us.
Thanks, Jesse.
I'll
I
try.
appreciate it.
You guys
I
want to
can't
put
get
in
over
for
your pop filter.
My sock
Your
filter.
sock filter.
It's pretty nice.
It's super funny.
Yeah,
It does work though.
It works. Yeah,
It does.
No popping. It's good.
Nope. All right, so Game of Thrones just aired its last episode last week, right?
Oh yeah.
As the one person in this room that watches it, Landon, what'd you think about it?
I know nothing.
I thought it was okay. Like I'm not gonna spoil it or anything for you guys.
Spoil it.
I was gonna definitely drop a major spoiler.
Wait,
do you
you
watch
haven't
it?
even watched the show.
I've watched the first season,
And the last episode?
and yeah, pretty much.
You watched the last episode?
Yep.
Are
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
Are you-
I know it's.
Why would you
stupid.
do that?
I actually haven't watched the last episode.
Wait,
I was,
What are you talking
okay,
about?
Okay,
Dude.
So I
Do you need to take a nap? Do you need to go to sleep?
maybe I don't
Do you
know.
need a sandwich or something?
This
Yes.
is why you weren't invited to John Wick.
This is all making sense now.
No, I was listening to a podcast and they were like, "This is going to be a Game of
Don't
Thrones
touch the
spoiler,"
table.
and I was like, "Okay." I just kind of went with it.
So you just listened to the episode, like they're like, yeah, we're doing a Game of Thrones spoiler cast. Thing.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, yeah, I haven't watched
The
the
la-
last episode.
the last season, so I like.
Why would
made
you
it-
listen to it? Like,
Because it was 6 episodes long, and I didn't think I would want to actually watch the show itself.
wait,
What?
why? Man, you're like, I'm
I'm
trying
all-
not
I'm
to,
all
I'm trying
over
not
the
to
place,
use
I know.
certain words
If you didn't,
because they're
if you
not
didn't
like
care to
socially
continue after the
acceptable.
first season, why would you care about the last season of the show?
Just because I wanted to stay up with like the hype and stuff. That
Yeah, but
people
like
were
then
doing.
you just come
Then
off
watch
like a
the
poser.
show.
You come off like a poser.
Yeah,
You're just like,
if you want to keep up with it, just watch the show. Like
You just-
everybody else does that knows everything.
and you
about
just said
it.
you started reading the book, so it's like, why would you? I just don't. It doesn't make any sense.
Jesse, in our defense, you asked us to rip into you
This is true.
before
This
we
is true,
recorded this
yes.
podcast, so you're getting what you deserve. Why would you do that?
Jesse's literally taking his glasses off.
That-
He's starting to lock up. A
You
little
guys, were
bit.
like, you guys were like making fun
Your
of my
glasses are
glasses. and
filthy.
disgusting.
they're
gross.
they're gross.
I know.
You
It
never
looks like-
clean them.
It looks like you just took them like
In-
like held them above like a
Okay.
fast food.
It looks
fryer
like you
for, an
dipped them
hour.
in milk for like 7 days and just started wearing them.
Here's the thing. I also like tend to sleep in my glasses.
What?
Oh, wow.
How do you do that?
I sleep in my glasses. It's not hard.
But it's,
I
it
feel like
is
that's
stupid.
really difficult. Don't you
How
like
is it
roll
really
over
difficult? No,
because you have a rigid frame on your face?
You know,
Yeah.
I'm surprised you drove here in those. That's impressive.
He only hit 3 cars.
I did not hit any cars. Thank you very much.
Can you prove that?
Yes, I can. There's no damage on my car.
That you can see.
It's all underneath.
It's all underneath.
So okay, so you watched the first season of the show.
Yep.
You've read the first book now.
Yep.
And then you listened to a 6-part podcast.
What podcast was this?
It was the.
Why are you listening to other podcasts besides ours?
Yeah, I listened to our
Rude.
podcast actually.
You're not supposed to listen to any others.
Yeah.
Though.
Brand loyalty.
Brand loyalty. Screw brand loyalty.
All right, get out of here.
All right, you're voted out.
So you like listen to so you have no context to anything that's going on. Like in
yeah,
the,
were you just like completely confused?
No. Well, kind of. Yeah, I was.
Man.
I don't get it. Can anyone explain this to me? Why this makes sense?
well, the thing.
It's-
It's better not to think about it.
Yeah.
You'll go crazy.
Because
Well-
I'm going to try to defend myself, and you guys are just going to be like,
But there's nothing to defend. Like you literally just took something. Like I love Game of Thrones. I've read
Yeah.
all the books. I've
Sure.
watched the whole show. Like it's probably like my favorite fantasy series. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's the best fantasy series I've ever read or watched. And like the last 2 seasons are like kind of a letdown. But like to watch the last season, just like
I didn't
it
watch
doesn't.
the last season.
Okay, which you listen to people spoil the crap out of it.
Yep.
Like. Which so it just takes everything. Like you can't really go back and you can still enjoy, but like you're not going to get nearly the same amount of like enjoyment out of the thing.
I'm also not going to, like, get the whole, like, why people hated it on Twitter and, like,
Without listening to
social medias and stuff.
you can't hate it without like you can't really hate it if you haven't watched the rest of the show because it's like it's a letdown. Like that's the last season was just somewhat. It wasn't horrible, but it was like
Yeah.
the beginning of the show was so good that like the ending's just like like it's okay, but like with how good everything was, it was like you wanted something like super special, like a memorable ending. Like certainly
Yeah.
like Breaking Bad's ending was really good, and like Mad Men had like iconic endings. Like
So, Jesse, are you arguing right now that because you hadn't watched the rest of the show, you're not disappointed by the last episode, and that makes you a winner?
Well, no. I'm not,
what it sounds
I'm
like
not
to me.
arguing for winner or loser. I'm
Okay,
just saying, like, I don't really care for spoiler. Like,
Yeah, I know. You
Spoiler
watched the last
stuff?
You listen to
episode.
the spoiler cast. What?
yeah,
I did.
You spoiled it for yourself.
I did. That's why I don't care for, like when,
Okay, when you say that, what do you mean? You don't
Like-
care for spoilers? Like you don't want them, or like you don't care about something
Like-
being spoiled for you?
I don't care if things get spoiled for me.
Okay, let's
So,
talk about John Wick 3.
Go for it.
He kills
Although-
people.
He kills
Yeah.
a lot of people.
There's
Kills people.
a lot of fight
apparently.
scenes. Did you listen to last week's episode?
Yes, I did.
Well, you
At 2 times speed. Thank you very
what?
much.
Why? Oh
times
gosh!
speed.
Don't even get
Man,
me started.
you're
on
really
that.
like I'm gonna
Jesse,
start
you're
saying
just
stuff
digging
that's
your
gonna-
own grave.
Dave's gonna
I
have to
know.
edit out.
Each thing you're saying.
Okay,
doesn't
all right,
build-
like,
it's
let's-
building.
okay, so did you enjoy the book? Like you
Yeah.
read the first book, like do you like it?
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to the second book.
Uh,
We're gonna skip to the
if I
fifth
can,
book.
If I can afford the second book when
Dude.
I get to it, yes.
Good lord. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. So
Landon, did you give your opinion on it?
yeah. What?
I thought it was okay.
Okay.
It gets more disappointing the more I think about it.
But I mean, you did name a couple series that had a good ending for their show.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's pretty rare for a show to end with a really good series finale.
And it also is I think the writers had a hard task because it's a series that has had fans since like 1996.
Right.
So
all
there's been
the readers.
all the hardcore fans that have read it. I read the books starting 3 or 4 years ago, and I read all of them, and then started watching the show. So I've been a fan for 5 or 6 years. So
Yeah.
like, I have a lot of expectations for it, and a lot of time thinking about how it's going to end. But there's people that have way more expectations, fan theories, and it's like no matter what they did, they were never going to appease.
Well, and plus
everybody.
they deviated from the books.
Yeah,
So-
because they ran out of source material
Right.
a couple years ago, and it's not quite the same, and it felt kind of rushed. Like I'm not super mad like to the point they got. Like the ending, I think if they just had more, like if they'd done a couple, like another season or another 10 episodes or something, like they could have made some like the plot twists and like character development seem more believable. It just felt really rushed.
Do you think if they did that, there was a risk of it being like almost drawn out too long? Like
No.
it could have had the opposite effect?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Because that's look, Game of Thrones is kind of they're long books. I mean, most of the books are close to 1,000 pages, and it's all about like political drama and like tense build up, and all kinds of things. So like, I mean, even if they just kept like they cut the last 2 seasons from 10 episodes to 7 and 6 respectively.
Yeah.
Like if they would have just kept the additional 7 episodes, it would have been even that would have been enough to make it a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a fine line between like quality over quantity. Like, a lot of like British shows have like really short episode seasons, but they're good. You know,
Yeah.
like the Sherlock series. That's a good series, but they're
There's like 10 episodes
yeah, it was
total.
like maybe that long.
And,
like the first season of Walking Dead, it was like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
That was like the best season.
Yeah. But
And then
even
it just, you know.
even Game of Thrones, they're only 10 episode seasons, so they're not even long by even like AMC seasons, like 13. So it's like
Yeah.
even like George R. R. Martin, I think wanted to do 10 seasons, so even that would have been just 100 episodes. So which is still, I think there was enough material to definitely warrant at least one more season just to wrap everything up. So I think he's still writing the books, and I think he could come to mostly the same conclusion that the show came to, and it would be a lot better if he just, because in a book format you can wrap things up way neater and stuff.
So I guess without spoiling anything, did the series end on like a real definitive note? Like nothing really could come after it. Like
No,
it was
I mean,
like pretty much done.
It's not. It's a different kind of story. So it's not like I'll use Breaking Bad. Like Breaking Bad, have you guys watched? Jesse, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
It's clearly a tale from the beginning that's about a couple characters, and there's a clear, definite journey for those characters,
Right.
and it ends definitively. Like not gonna. I mean, Breaking Bad's been out forever, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Like there's an ending. It's like, yep, the story's over. Like
Yeah.
these characters have done their story. Like Game of Thrones comes off more like it's a living, breathing world.
Yeah.
So like any one of those characters, you can, at the end there's like a lot of the characters, they wrap up a lot of characters and kind of show what they're going to be doing for the rest of the time, kind of like
Right. It's kind of like for example, like the Marvel universe, like things could still continue to happen.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, they could sit down and
Right.
I mean, there was plenty of cool stories they could do before season 1 started. There's like history and stuff in that world that they could have done, 5 seasons about the Robert Baratheon's rebellion and stuff against the previous ruler. So I mean, they could do seasons about all the different characters. Or
would
keep
you
doing.
want something like that? Like some like spin-off or
They are working on spin-offs, but I don't think any of them are about any of the characters from the original show.
so just completely new.
Yeah, I think it's like some prequel stuff mostly, but I'm pretty happy to leave.
Yeah.
I kind of like leaving that, like, oh, this character could be up to this, like like
Right, like
without
have your like
your
mental
own theories about
canon.
it, yeah, without having them, because I mean, the show's not like if they did like a spin-off about character X, like it's like if that's just about them, it's like that's not what, like, in spirit of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is about like dozens of characters in this grand scheme and stuff, and I don't think
Right.
it would be as good if it was just following one character.
Yeah.
So
Okay, cool. So like overall pretty
pretty
average.
It was yeah, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like an ending where you're like, this ruined the whole freaking show.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, yeah, it could have been better, but it's like it could have been a whole lot worse. So sorry, that was kind of
good endorsement by Lynn.
I'd still recommend watching it. The series as a whole is still excellent.
Yeah. I don't know if I could get into it, but
I think you'd like it. And the books are even better, and
that's what I've heard.
hopefully he finishes them before he dies.
Yeah, I started the first book and I just got bored.
How far did you get?
Probably like 3 chapters in or
Oh,
something.
okay,
like
so
that.
you didn't even.
I don't know. I couldn't follow it. I mean, and it just didn't interest me. I think I was listening to or reading another book at the time too.
Yeah, you gotta have to kind of commit to just that.
Yeah, didn't want to. So
They're really
I was
good.
committed to my other one, I guess. Prior.
Yeah.
So it's good though.
So the eagerly awaited Sonic movie got delayed.
Again. Oh, wait, not again.
It got pushed from October to
It's-
February.
So yeah, 2020 now.
Oh wow.
I hope it's worse. I hope Sonic looks worse. And like
What
the
if
same
they
people
make him
out-
like purple? Like they just like really screw it up.
I hope they make him look like 2D Sonic. Like they like make him look like that.
It's
So it
just a
doesn't-
flat piece of paper.
Yeah, like it doesn't fit with any of the real world stuff. Like, and they don't reanimate anything else. It's just Sonic looks different. Like, and like I hope the fans outcry again. They like change it again. They like push it. They just keep pushing it. Like,
It's just I don't know.
or I hope
It's gonna be terrible
Yeah.
either way, right?
Or I
Yeah.
hope they change it, but then like at certain parts of the movie, it goes back to the one from before. Like they like lazily like put it together. Like they forget to change certain scenes with like
Whoops.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't even watch it all the way through. To
yeah,
check
so
it.
bad. Like,
Yeah, it just
it's gonna be terrible. That's why I don't think they should have. I really like from a business standpoint, like
Cut their losses.
well, yeah, cut their lot. Like that movie's tanking.
Mhm.
It's gonna get horrible reviews. So what's the point of wasting? They're just making the budget even bigger.
Yeah. I would have watched it as is.
But yeah, I'm still gonna watch
I'm
it.
still gonna watch it.
That
Just
thing would have.
for the laughs, but
you gonna go opening night?
I probably will. I'm gonna get like the biggest popcorn I can, the biggest icy, and I'm gonna be like very vocal during the movie.
Okay, so I've never really played any Sonic game. I just looking at it, it just looks so uninteresting to me. Do you actually like those games?
I loved them when I was younger because I was not allowed to play very many games.
Right.
So and I played them on the computer for some reason. Like playing Sonic on like a keyboard, like
That's wow.
yeah,
That's
it's
weird.
really weird. But I was addicted to them. I love Sonic. Like I was in love with like all the characters, like the lore. Like I was like deep. I was deep into the Sonic lore.
Did you read like Sonic books? And...
I wasn't allowed to read comic books. So
What?
Yeah. So I would just stare longingly at them at like the library. Be like, oh, there's a Sonic one. Like, oh, my mom would be like, comics are evil. I'd be like, what?
Comics.
Really? What was?
Yeah,
Why did she say that?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay.
Comic books are of the devil.
You go from like not reading comic books to like not reading comic books to like watching and reading like the most like messed up book series.
Like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, with like
Like
all
Game
the
of
sex
Thrones.
and
You went from
violence.
like 1 to 100.
yeah.
Real quick.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I liked the games when I was younger, but they don't really hold up.
No.
They're built on like they tell you that to go as fast as possible, like the level design.
Gotta go fast.
You
Doesn't-
run into like every
Yeah, you
little
run in every
rock
little wall,
and tree.
it's like,
and
and there's stuff to get and collect and stuff, but like you have to slow down for it. So it's like
do you like the 2D ones or the 3D ones better?
2D. There was one that I can't remember the name of it. It was like a 3D one, but it wasn't like it was like a top-down view. And I really
a
loved that one.
top-down
Yeah,
view.
I really liked that one. I can't remember the name of it. I could try to Google it later and show you guys some, but it was really fun, but it was weird. It's
That's
the weird.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like almost like a like top-down Sonic game.
Is
And
that also on the PC?
yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I really liked it was like Sonic like 1 through 4. So like Sonic and Tails, I think, or Sonic and Knuckles, and then there was that top-down one and then Sonic Racing.
You know what games what I played when I was younger?
Yeah.
I played RuneScape. And
RuneScape.
cool math games.
I never played RuneScape.
Cool math game. Like Math Blaster? Or
Yeah,
something?
that was.
Oh, I played. I think I
played the tower defense game that they had on there.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
guys?
Pretty fun.
I mean, for Landon, it might be easy, but do you guys remember the first video game you ever played? Not including like an arcade game, but in home
Yeah.
on a TV or computer.
Yep.
You guys
Yep.
remember what it was?
Yeah.
What was it for you, Jesse?
For me, it was Tomb Raider on the original PlayStation.
Nice. That's a good one to start.
Yeah.
Mine was either one of two. It was either Star Fox 64 or Super Smash Bros 64.
Oh, not even Sonic? I was expecting
No.
Sonic to be
No,
one of the first.
like on an actual console, it was
Blasphemous.
my friend's house. He had a Nintendo 64, and we would play Star Fox, and we could only get past like the first or second level because we were
'Cause you
terrible.
guys sucked.
We sucked. Yeah, like it was like we thought the game was so hard. Like we could get past the first level, we could never save Falco or whatever. Like we just couldn't do. He
Were
died
you
every
doing
time.
barrel
Yeah,
rolls?
did you do a barrel roll?
We did do barrel rolls, but
I
like
don't know. I mean, if you can't pass it, you probably would do a barrel
and
roll.
then we would play Smash Bros, but he wouldn't tell me how to do like half the moves.
That's so irritating.
Don't you just love those friends?
Yeah,
I had
like,
friends
yeah.
like that too.
So like I had to learn them all on my own. He'd do like the smash attacks, and like I wouldn't know how to do them. So like I couldn't launch anybody off the stage. So
Yeah.
then I figured him out, and I think he was upset.
He was mad. Like,
He was
oh,
like,
now
"Ah."
it's fair. I don't want-"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the
I
first
can't
two.
win every time.
Yeah.
No, what about you, Ben?
Yeah, I think I was trying to think. I think it was Mario 64. My mom worked at a dentist's office, and she would take me there while she did work or something. And there was like a waiting room, and I played that. But I remember the first console I got. This is not the question you asked,
Oh,
but
that's fine.
I got an Xbox when I was around 8, I think.
An original Xbox.
Yeah, and I got the game called Time Splitters 2.
Oh, that game's
That's a good
awesome.
one.
It gave me nightmares for a week.
Why?
I couldn't sleep. I was like obsessed with it and like terrified with it at the same time.
What was terrifying about it?
I don't know, all the shooting explosions.
Oh, okay.
It just freaked me out.
All the death.
It was too
Killer.
much. I was sensitive.
I think the first game I remember playing was a Quake game. I don't remember which one it was, but it was on the PC at one of my dad's friend's house. It was so much fun though. I'm sure it like sucks and it's terrible now, but just that memory of like the first game you played, it like it sticks with you. And
You
like
said Quake?
Quake.
Oh, it's like a shooter, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Doom thing.
Yeah. They have like
But-
competitions with that now, I think.
Yeah,
It's cool.
but yeah, it was fun memories.
Yeah.
And then playing like your James Bond games.
Oh, yeah.
on the-
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
I was never allowed. I
Seven.
wasn't allowed to play that one.
I played that.
I,
one.
played, like, I was allowed to play it like a couple times, and then like my mom like made me feel bad for playing it.
Made you feel
Big head mode, golden
big,
gun.
yeah, big head mode.
Big head mode was the best, dude.
That was fun. Yeah. Now it sucks. That totally doesn't hold up.
No, the controls are so weird.
You got to play it on PC now, I guess.
Well, they had that Trident controller for the
Yeah.
N64 had the
The
Trident
one
controller.
analog stick.
Yep. And then you
That
had
was
the,
bizarre.
yeah, it was weird.
The GameCube controller was pretty nice though.
Yeah.
Like pretty comfortable. Don't they still like sell that as like the Smash Bros
Yeah,
controller
it's,
that you want to use?
it's kind of dumb though. Like I just think it's like
It's probably just like a bunch of unused shells that were just laying around
Yeah.
Nintendo. They were like, we can sell this.
I prefer
People
the-
like these.
I prefer the Wii remote. Just the Wii remote.
Oh my god.
that's how real men play.
Professional grade.
If you wanted to be a real professional, you would add the nunchuck though.
No, it's
No,
too easy.
no.
Too easy?
Yeah.
And if you really want to
found
be
it
professional,
harder.
play it with one hand.
Motion controls. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to have my own console till like I was like 12 or 13, I think.
I think that was the same with us. My brother and I, we got our first console was a PS2 Slim.
Oh.
And we had to like find ways around getting like a rated T game. Like, like
That was a struggle.
Like I think like didn't Dave ask you, Jesse, to
Yeah.
like buy him like some T games here and there before he turned
Before he
Whatever,
turned 13.
13.
Yeah.
This was horrible. Something I did when I was younger. Because I wanted to play Grand
Man,
Theft
you're being
Auto.
recorded right
Oh.
now.
I know. Okay, well, I was
This
like,
is going on
I
for
think I was like
some people.
somewhere between 13 and 15 or 16 or whatever. My grandpa would take me to the pawn shop to get games for my PS2 that they got me. And he didn't exactly know what the games were.
Right.
And so I was just like, this one's good, Grandpa. and
advantage
The
of
M
elderly-
stands for mild.
elderly.
yeah, he was fine. You know, he was happy. He was drinking wine, so he didn't know what was going on.
Drinking
you know?
wine in the
So
store.
you were taking advantage of the elderly. I see how it is.
He didn't know what was going on.
Exactly.
He was
That's the
he was
point.
hurting me
what?
He was hurting you.
by letting me play Grand Theft Auto.
I have a lot of memory of playing like LucasArts, like
Yeah.
Star
LucasArts
Wars
games,
games.
yeah.
Did you ever play like the? Sorry,
Battlefront
just
games?
go ahead and continue with
I
what
played a
you're
lot
saying.
of the Star Wars ones. Like I don't know if you guys ever played like DroidWorks.
No.
There's
No.
a Pit Droid one,
Nick?
it was like a puzzle game. There was one that was like an episode one, like Gungan Frontier, like it was like a Civ type like game, but you were like the Gungans and you like had like farm animals.
That sounds horrible.
Did you get to control Jar Jar and stuff?
No, you're like Boss Nass would like talk to you and like give you tips and stuff. And you're like, he's like, I was not very.
Send the army over there.
I wasn't very good at that one. I would just like try to pit the different monsters against each other because like you could spawn like Rancors and stuff in and have them fight the different.
That
But
was pretty cool.
that and then there was pod racing,
Yeah,
episode one
played
pod racing, and then what's the Rogue Squadron? Played all those on the computer, and oh my gosh, like
Like LucasArts, they had some really fun games. There was one that was an Indiana Jones game. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a point and click, almost like a Telltale game, but a lot stripped back from it.
yeah.
But you know, again, it's the fond memories of playing the game when you're young. You're like, oh, this is the coolest thing, and now it's just kind of crap. But
And back then too, you'd play the same game
over and over.
Like
Yeah.
I would play Oregon Trail 2 on the computer. Like
there was a second one.
Yeah.
How do you have a second?
that's the
game
main
to
one I
play?
played. Like I just played that game over
What
and over.
what was the difference from Oregon
I
Trail
never
to
played
Oregon
the first
Trail
one. I
2?
never played the first one. It was like a simulator.
Yeah.
And I would play it, and I got so good at it. It made my older sister so mad because like the leaderboard, they had like a leaderboard. You get scores for like not using as much food or taking like.
Would you make it every time?
Most of the time, I got to the point where like I was like really good, where I wouldn't bring any food with me. I like my whole expedition. I'd bring the max people, and I would just bring rifle ammo, and I would hunt for all the food to keep.
What
everybody alive.
character did you choose?
That you didn't pick, or like you just picked your profession in this one.
Or profession?
I picked the one that gave you the least amount of money, which was the one that like you'd get the most.
Was that
bonus
like
at the
the
end. It's like a teacher. It was something like
teacher or something? Wasn't
Yeah.
there like a teacher, banker, and like a farmer or something?
there was like 10 different ones in the ones
What?
I had. Yeah, there's a ton
Wow.
of different ones that had different money and like bonuses and stuff. But I picked like the worst one. Just take a rifle and I would hunt for everything and like get all my people. So like the high scores were like I think like 1 through like 8 were me and like Irie, my older sister, like the top bottom 2. And like I just kept pushing her like lower and lower every.
Okay, so what did we do last weekend?
We got wet at Silverwood.
It was horrible. It was
You guys
freezing.
did.
It was no, it wasn't horrible.
It's a like local-ish theme park near us,
It's
and
in Idaho.
we went there when it was kind of rainy and cold,
mm-hmm.
and the rides we decided to go on were all the
Water rides.
water rides.
Yeah,
For some stupid reason.
we did those first too.
We did those like 5 times.
Those are the only ones I like.
Have they added any new rides or anything since
No,
I don't
the
know.
last?
I don't think so.
I think the last new ride they added was Aftershock, from what I
They
remember.
added one called like Spin Cycle or something, but I didn't.
Is that the purple one?
Yeah.
How long were you guys in line for that roller coaster?
It was like an hour and 20 minutes.
It was
Why
too
would you
long.
do that to yourself?
I mean, we were there. I'm
Yeah,
not
like,
gonna
you're
not
supposed
go
to
on a
ride
roller
right,
coaster
yeah.
driving an hour there.
It's true. It's true. Me and Oliver. Has Oliver been on here?
No.
No, a friend of ours.
Friend of ours.
We don't have freaks on the show.
No redheads.
Yeah, he's a redhead. Yeah, you just left me and him, and I don't know Oliver too well, and so we're just sitting there, and he's like, "I'm gonna go get some tater tots," and I'm like, "All right."
So he
I'll
let you
go
by
with-
yourself in the
He's a
theme
pretty
park?
quiet guy
Yeah.
until you piss him off on PS4.
He starts screaming at
Then
you.
he
But
gets
it was
vocal.
weird. It was his idea. Like he was the guy that pushed going to Silverwood.
I
and
mean,
then we got
overall, it was a fun day,
Yeah.
but you get to Silverwood on like kind of a crappy day, and you're like, well,
We'll make the best
cold.
of it, I
Well,
guess.
there's not much you can do. Like rides are closed. It's
honestly, I
cold.
think this. I'm not a huge fan of this theme park. It's kind of a
that's the only one I've ever
like
been
if you
to.
do it like a couple times, it's fun, but I'm not gonna go a lot.
What was your So what's your favorite theme park then?
I think you have to go with like Disneyland and Disney World,
Really?
Legoland.
for all the rich people out there that can go to theme parks.
I think my favorite part of Silverwood is the insane banjo music they play throughout the park. It's just setting a theme for your whole evening there.
You like turn a corner and you see like a bunch of like clothes hanging on lines and like
Yeah.
like hillbilly tent stuff
It's
set
kind of
up.
got that theme to it, like
Yeah.
The like
the old west or
Yeah.
it's like
Gold Rush or whatever it was.
Gold Rush. Yeah.
But for some reason, Garfield is like their mascot.
That's
Why?
weird. That's always seemed
Like,
strange.
I don't get that connection at all.
I didn't question it when I was younger, but now it just doesn't quite.
it's
add
weird.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how
Garfield the cat.
I love Garfield though.
He's the best cat.
Yeah,
comics are good.
He likes lasagna. Who doesn't like
he
lasagna?
hates
He hates
Mondays.
Mondays.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody hates Mondays except for this Monday. This Monday is Memorial Day. We
Heck
get a,
yeah.
get a holiday.
yeah.
No work.
Our
No
first
school.
day
No
off
work.
in
I'll play.
a long time. For
I mean, I'll
working.
probably still have to work, but whatever.
Oh, you gotta make
Sucks.
up hours and stuff.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Just get over it. Forget about it, man.
Yeah.
No,
Move on.
I won't.
So yeah, that was Silverwood.
We went to a Texas Roadhouse afterwards though, and had like a
That was probably the
delicious
best.
dinner. Yeah,
That made the day worth it.
Yeah, it did.
I want to go
we
back
all got
there.
some nice steaks.
I got ribs, but yeah.
Did you ever finish those? Because those ribs were like you and a friend of ours ordered Will, who's been on the show before.
Yeah.
You guys ordered full order ribs. They were like bigger than my rib cage.
Well, it was only $5 more.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like,
Was it like a half rack, a full
Well,
rack?
the-
It was a
the-
full
What
rack.
was it?
The half
Full
rack
rack
was
of ribs?
$15. And it's like for a full rack, it's $20. It's like, okay,
So
why
did
not?
you both just split it
No.
No, they each got their own.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
They
would
each
you
got their
do
own
that?
full
That's
order
fine.
of ribs.
It's fine.
How long did it
Will
take you to
ate
eat
all
them?
his.
Will scarfed his down. Ben was smart and
I saved
saved
mine
his.
for later.
Will have like stomach pains or something?
No, Will can
No.
eat anything. He's
Yeah.
a beast. He just powers through.
I feel like a full rack of ribs would mess me up.
Well, you're not supposed to eat the bones.
Oh, I don't eat the bone, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were just supposed to swallow those whole.
Name
Yeah.
joke. Sorry. Name
Suck the
joke.
marrow out of them.
I thought it was. I
I
pretty
laughed.
good.
I've
a little.
never been to Texas Roadhouse, and it happens to be Katie's favorite.
Who's Katie?
Katie is my wife.
Oh,
My
okay.
wife Katie. Sorry, I should have specified that. It's
My
like
wife.
one of her favorite restaurants of all time.
It's pretty good. They have like free peanuts.
It's like nuts in there too. Like
Are
it's
they-
like Golden Corral, but like a little bit more civilized. Like the people like.
What are you saying about
behave-
Golden Corral?
It's for garbage
Dude,
people.
bring it. Bring
It's
it.
for garbage.
It's for garbage people.
I
that
will
eat
defend
garbage
Golden
That is
Corral
also
to the
true.
day I
food. All right,
die.
here's the thing: you spend almost the same amount of money at Golden Corral as you do as at Texas Roadhouse.
And you can, and it's all you can eat.
And they have
That's
a chocolate
why.
fountain apparently.
And a chocolate fountain you could stick your
that's some
face
like
in.
kid, like so like
gross, dude.
No, okay, stay away from the chocolate fountain.
yeah, because
At
kids are
those
like sticking their
places,
heads in them, and
I've
like,
seen like kids stick their hands in it and like, ugh, okay.
people probably like whipping
Why?
other things out, sticking in
Why?
the chocolate fountain. You know,
Let's not talk about that.
dude, you know what's happened. You know,
Let's
like
talk about, let's talk about the.
you know,
good
there's
things
an
about
employee.
Golden
You know,
Corral.
there's an employee there. Like after they close, it's
disgusting.
just like they're about ready to quit. And they're like, I've always wanted.
To do what, Landon? What do they do?
Use your imagination.
So, what are lime scooters?
oh, that's the end.
Oh
Of,
my
it's the end of
God.
society. It's our downfall.
And
How
Like-
is
Like
scooters are
It's
ridiculous.
it's cool public transportation.
when the aliens find us 1,000 years from now, and like the wreckage, like they're gonna find like the lime scooters are still gonna be there.
They're
Everything
perfectly
else,
parked.
yeah, they're perfectly parked. They're still perfectly lime green. Like everything else is bombed
Okay,
out. Like
explain what these are.
so, it's an experimental thing by the government. I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct. They've been
Not
planning
true.
these. They've been planning these like motorized electric like scooters that are lime green and bicycles. There's bikes too, and they just
Are
just
the
pop.
bikes electronic?
No.
I don't think they are, but they put them around the city, and I believe you have to use a card to
You do.
activate them.
Yep.
So you pay a certain amount of money, and then you can just ride them, and then you just drop them off wherever you're.
So
done
are
at.
the wheels just locked until you pay,
They must be.
or can you just use it as a?
I would
I think
assume
you can
pro-
use it as a
manual
foot
scooter.
scooter.
for free.
I think so.
Doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
I bet they
I don't
lock
know,
the wheel.
though.
I bet the wheels lock.
I feel like the wheels would have to lock.
People leave them all.
Well, yeah,
over
that's the thing. They
freaking
have
place,
they have
dude.
GPS trackers in them. It's definitely not smart what they're doing. We have a decent homeless population in Spokane, and I feel like when like the leader of like when the homeless
leader?
like when the leader brings
President.
in like when the leader brings in some homeless guy from like Silicon Valley to like hack the scooters, like, and then they're mobile. Like we've given
They're mobile.
like you're giving them like a free cavalry, like, and
We're gonna look down division and just see
they
a
can
army of them.
Yeah, like,
Sea of homeless
you know
people.
like at this point you can move further up north and you can get away from them, but once they have the scooters it's over. Like
Oh my gosh.
They
and then they're not
go
going to start. They're going to stop.
everywhere.
They're going to stop asking for your money. They're going to just start taking it.
Yeah,
They're going to swarm. You're going to be walking, like,
riding around you in a circle.
well, you'll just be walking, trying to get, walking wherever you're going, get to lunch or something, and like I don't know where, buzz, 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 and they like swarm around you like a circle, like they're like screaming, yelping and stuff, and like their leader comes up on the bike, and like
What does their leader look like, Landon?
he has like
Can
a
you describe?
long, scraggly beard. He's old. He's an old one. He's been
He's
on
got
the
like
street.
like dreads. And,
Yeah, he's been on the streets for years. He's
Okay.
survived many winter storms.
He's got
proven-
thick
yeah,
skin.
Yeah, thick skin. He's overdosed like half a dozen times at
he
least.
could probably beat the crap out of you.
Oh yeah, he's only like he weighs maybe 100 pounds, maybe 100 pounds dripping wet,
It's from all the meth, man.
and like he gets off the bike really slowly, and he's looking at you. He doesn't say anything though. He
And
just
all the rest are riding the scooter.
yeah, they're just circling you constantly. They're not. They're like
Yeah,
they're yelping and
exactly.
stuff and screaming.
Smoke cloud around you.
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
Okay,
going on.
I'll be honest though. Have you actually ever seen someone ride one?
I have.
Yes.
I've only
Yeah.
seen them parked,
No,
I
I've seen
saw
people-
and they're all
one-
parked like perfectly next to each other because the workers come and like straighten them out.
Yeah, that's
Or
you
they
never,
just
you
do
never,
it on their
you never
own.
see them straighten them though.
I saw
I
one
haven't.
just the other day, like just yesterday. There
I
was
don't
a
believe
kid.
you. You're lying.
There was a kid in my neighborhood
Nope.
that just
Nope.
drove
Didn't
down
happen.
my street.
Nope.
It's funny.
I think I watched a YouTube video of a guy who did that for a job where you go
He
out
would
you go out at
go-
night and you
Yeah.
You don't make
Gosh,
a lot
that's
of money.
sketchy.
You just charge them.
You go and
find
collect them, and then you charge them, and then
You drop
put
them
them
off.
back
How do you
out.
charge it? What do you charge
with a
them
battery.
It's just a battery.
Yeah,
Just a car battery.
seems
Just
like
carry
a
around.
not. It doesn't pay very well. I don't think.
I would assume not, considering it's a government test.
It's like
you know.
pocket change. It's not anything to live off of.
So anyway, continue describing this scenario.
I'm just saying, he gets off the bike and he walks toward you slowly. And he doesn't say, none of them say anything. He just pulls out a piece of cardboard and it just has it written. He says,
like a panhandler sign.
yeah, it's a panhandler sign, but it just says, "We're taking your money." Like, resistance is futile.
Okay, so
We're in charge now.
Say you want to resist, and you
Oh,
try.
they got you.
They
They kill you.
They
kill
got you with
They-
what?
their needles.
Their needles.
They stab you.
Heroin?
Well, they kill you. They kill
That'd be
you,
the
and then
worst
they kill
death.
you, and they put like the homeless clothes on you and make you look like you're just another homeless person that overdosed.
What
on the
if?
streets.
What if they're like part of the John Wick society where they're actually like with it and
Yeah.
everything? Like they're more organized than we know.
Have you seen
They're
the
like
Spokane
sleeper
homeless
agents.
people?
Oh my
Dude.
god!
They are
The
not organized.
homeless people in John Wick, they're like they sell it.
Yeah,
They don't sell it
But
as
with these
much.
Lime bikes, there's a potential
Yeah,
for them to band together.
I'm just saying, like,
They're gonna like assassinate all of us with
yeah,
their
What's the end goal? They
Homeless
have to
Voltron.
want
taking
some-
over.
violence, chaos. They want us to experience their world. That's what it's
Okay.
all about.
Okay.
What was your
Nice.
last
Well-
homeless experience? Like,
Well, the last time I was homeless.
No, not
let
the
me
last
think.
time I
don't
was
know.
homeless.
not the last time you were homeless. What was the last time? When was the last time you interacted with a homeless person?
I don't know.
Even
Like, what do you mean interact? Like talk to him, high five him, give him money so he could go buy booze or something?
sure, like
I don't think I ever have.
you.
I mean, I did like a couple times like volunteer to like give out food under a
Yeah.
bridge, but
you haven't
that was quite
encountered
a
a
while ago.
homeless person in the wild.
I used to work at a homeless shelter. That was fun. It was a family emergency shelter. So not all homeless people are crazy psychopaths, but I mean, we know that.
A few of them are.
I'm just saying, once you give them a taste of power,
Landon, you have issues. What's wrong with you?
Oh, man.
Well, we should all ride the scooters.
no, I'm not riding
Let's-
them.
let's
I don't.
try them
I
out.
don't trust.
You know
them.
what?
Try 'em out.
After we're done here, we're all going to go and find a row of them and hop on.
No,
Let's do it,
I refuse to ride them.
dude.
We'd have to-
We got to try it.
We'd have to
Oh.
go downtown.
We got to test it out.
Yeah.
No, no. I saw one in Cheney. One of the bikes was in Cheney. So some
Cheney?
dude hopped on one of those bikes and rode it to Cheney.
Like on the highway, just
Yeah, I was
going
like at the
for it.
gas station, like right when you get off, like in Cheney. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Somebody rode this thing on the way here?
I wonder how much they weigh. Like they can't be that heavy, right?
Probably
I
not.
don't
The scooters are actually probably heavier than the bikes. They got,
Yeah.
like a motor and stuff in them.
I wonder
You can go
how.
pretty fast on those too. You
What's
Yeah.
the
go
top
like
speed?
25,
50 miles
30
an
miles
hour?
an hour.
I'm pretty sure the homeless people are going to get up to 50.
They'll find a way.
Yeah, they'll find a way.
Hot wire them or something.
Yeah,
Boost them. I don't know.
yeah.
Smoke crackers.
I wonder how profitable the Lime scooter business is.
Well, they brought it back because they were
Yeah.
here for a while before a test run, so it had to have been profitable enough to.
Well, yeah, and the new ones they have out are different colors, and they're new models.
Are they?
Yeah,
I thought they were the same.
no, they look different.
They've evolved.
Yeah, they're changing,
They're transformers.
They're
just
adapting.
waiting to
learning.
take over everything.
They could be aliens.
Would you be surprised if you saw it like driving itself one day? You're just like driving to work and you're
No.
like, oh, there it is, driving down the sidewalk all
You
by
see
itself.
it. You see it do something sadistic.
Like what?
I don't know, like
like push down a kid or something.
yeah, like it hits a
Yeah.
kid, like or
Kick
some
dirt-
like or
kicks
somebody's
dirt
just
in the
riding
kid's
it and then
face.
like the wheels just lock and the person like flies off and the traffic gets hit and like you're like
You ran out of money. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah. What? So do you guys know? Like, do you pay for it like by the hour, or
With your debit card, I
is it
I
like by the
think you-
mile or something?
I don't
or-
know.
I think you pay for it by by time
with your
not-
soul.
With blood.
takes your life force.
You grip on the handlebars and then needles shoot out and just suck you
Yeah,
dry.
when you're riding it, like you can see your hair gray. Life just slowly.
Lime scooters are evil.
Yeah, don't ride them. Don't trust them. You heard it here first.
It's a conspiracy.
I have sources.
Oh man.
They were going to be our sponsor, but after this episode, I don't see any way that that will happen.
Do not
Thanks,
sponsor us,
Landon.
Lime Scooters. You suck.
You just see this flying saucer above the road, and then the light shoots down, and then what's coming out of it,
It's like 40
Lime
more.
scooters.
The lime scooters perfectly in a row coming down.
Onto the street corner. Like,
They hit the ground. The flying saucer takes away. Whoosh, in the sky. Down the road a bit. Does it again.
that's what's gonna happen. Like people are gonna it's the people to scooter ratio is gonna start changing. Like they're taking people and replacing them with scooters.
Like these aliens, they don't understand.
Like scooters are like taking over people's jobs. Like they're now driving the buses and serving people food.
Yeah.
You go to sleep with your wife, your loving wife, she says, "I love you, sweetie." You're holding her in the night. You wake up in the morning. You're feeling good. Then all of a sudden, you lift the blanket. Something doesn't feel right. Your wife feels cold, metallic, yet rubbery in some spots. You lift the blanket. It's a lime scooter. No, it's the bike.
Or like you have one of those like nightmare things where like a scooter is like chasing you down the street. And like you can't get away. You're like struggling. Then you wake up and you're like, "Oh, honey, I just had the worst dream." And you like roll over and like the scooter's there.
That would
in bed
be
with you.
that would be terrifying.
You get up and you like walk and look in the mirror.
You're the scooter.
You're the scooter. Can you imagine though? Okay, so you're walking down a
Your
dark.
head is looking more like a T today.
You're walking down a dark alley. Lime scooters come up behind you, roll up behind you, like 3 of them. You start to pick up your pace a little bit,
They start going.
Yeah, they're speeding, you're running, and then they come out in front of you too.
You're trapped. What are you gonna do?
They circle you.
What's the scooter's weaknesses? They have to have some
There's
weakness,
none.
right? There's got to be something, right?
It's actually
It's small divots.
Is it
in
stairs?
concrete.
yeah, it's
Small
stairs.
cracks in the concrete.
Just go up a flight of stairs. You're fine.
I missed the ground, Mom. Well, me too, sweetheart.
We can't
go
down
back
there.
down. The stairs.
Stay on the monkey bars.
Spokane has just like ropes and like different like gondolas going from all the buildings. The scooter,
The
like
giant rope
whenever
sports.
someone falls, the scooter
Hilarious.
just swarms. They're screaming.
They're like
there's
they're like
scooter.
scarabs.
They're
from the
gone.
mummy.
They're gone.
They just eat you and your skeleton's left.
Yeah,
They're gone. They're one of them now.
yeah.
Like they
They
transform human like biomatter into a scooter, and it's like just falls apart like a meat bicycle.
Meat bicycle.
Meat cycle. Oh gosh.
Gross.
Yeah,
Oh,
Be warned.
that was
Be
funny.
warned.
what a
Be
great
warned.
story we're writing here.
You think this is?
I
You
wonder-
think this is funny?
This is real.
Yeah.
Well, until it actually happens, it's funny.
I wonder what this episode's gonna be titled.
Lime scooters are evil. No, I don't know.
I don't
Let
know.
Dave figure it out.
But yeah, let Dave figure it out.
So don't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Jeez.
Cut this out, Dave. I'm
Yeah.
irritated.
Gosh.
Cut. What's wrong with you?
Freaking buzzkill.
Gosh, we were on a roll.
Yeah, we are. We're on a roll.
I killed it
what the
myself.
episode's gonna be named. Ruined.
Just delete it. It's
Breaking
over.
the fourth wall. Just ruin.
My bad.
Okay, so talk about your stupid car, Jesse.
My stupid car.
Please.
My car's been having issues.
Is this the one you paid $1 for?
No, this is not the one I paid $1 for. This is
Okay.
the one I paid $2,500 for.
Okay.
That's $2,500.
20
More.
$1. $2,500.
$2,499. The
Come on, man.
one of my battery leads was almost completely severed.
Okay.
So
The scooters did it.
like the scooter did it.
Ride us.
Um,
Ride us.
So
They
I've been
whisper.
having
See, they want you to stop driving your car and start riding
Right,
scooters.
scooters.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
They're
I've
trying
been,
to save the planet.
so I've just been having a bunch of like different issues and stuff with like the car, and as soon as I fixed the battery lead issue, all of my problems that I've been having have been fixed. So
So you found a problem in your car. You fixed it.
I think
And then everything started working.
Yeah, but like
Okay.
it was just so it was so weird because like 90% like
Wait, why are we talking about this?
Because it was written down in my notes.
you wrote it down.
Why are we talking about your broken car? What the heck? How is this?
We just had
We're
a
almost
great-
done with the
It's
story.
not
Go.
good.
Just get through it. Go. Keep going. We're almost done.
Did you suggest this, Jesse?
We're almost done.
Let's talk about my car.
I
keep
actually
going.
I want to ask a question. So when you bought this car, did you not like open the hood and like
No, we did.
okay, so you just missed
we
it like
did
the battery
everything.
like the lead was just like
You
severed.
you bought this
It
car from a
didn't-
friend too, so
Yes, we did.
he sold you a piece of crap.
In his defense, I also said I didn't want to test drive it before I actually bought it.
Wait,
what is
what?
wrong with you?
Are you the dumbest?
Wow. Okay.
I don't want to talk
You don't
about
feel bad
Jesse's
for
car
me, so it's
anymore.
okay.
I had a dream that I gave my car away like last
Your new
night.
one?
Yeah, I gave like someone like a
Was
friend.
it, you gave it to me, right?
No, I gave it to a friend of the show. I don't think we talked.
Did you give away this car and then get a scooter?
No.
Dude, you're right. It's happening now.
Like I have I have like a monk cloak on, but it's like lime green. I'm like, I've chosen a simpler life, brothers. The streets have called my name. I'm going to preach the good word. I'm a missionary to like
Good word,
Portland.
that's why
I'm
I'm
bringing the scooters
the
to
like secret
try-
handshake is you just like turn into a T.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows what that means.
T-pose, T-pose,
Well, how would you?
T-pose.
Just put your arms out.
Yeah, just put your arms out like
Yeah.
T-pose, legs straight together.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the good word of the scooters to the Tri-City.
Try to.
No, I gave it to a friend of the show, Brendan. Like something bad happened to him in his life, and I'm like, oh, you could just have my car, like. And like it was like one of those things in the dream where I was like hoping he'd say no, and he's like, "Oh wow, that'd be amazing if I could just have your car." And he just took it, but he was like being kind of weird about it. He's like, "Oh well, I want to make sure this is right with this before I take it." And then like the rest of the dream, I was like, "Man, like I really wish I hadn't given my car away."
So did you just have no car after that?
I woke up.
You were like, "What? That was the worst dream I've ever
yeah, I
had."
was like, "This is terrible."
It's like a.
That's your idea of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Just being nice and giving stuff to your
like-
friends.
well,
no.
Man, that really makes me like a
Wow.
really bad person.
well, here's how I interpreted it. Is that you gave away your earthly possessions and then you woke up. You get it?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what does that
Oh,
mean?
dude, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Think
right
So
there.
give me your car.
And you'll
So-
wake up from the
so-
scooter nightmare.
Exactly. I'll be waiting.
We're
for
all
you.
in pods in tanks like the Matrix and we're run by the scooters. You have to give up the ties that bind you.
The things that you care about most.
Yeah. The ties that bind you to this realm. This
Standing there's like the earth's falling. Probably like the laptop like sieves on. I'm like, just one more turn.
Dude, the
just
scooter,
one more turn.
the,
Give it
scooter-
up, Landon!
the scooters are probably like the Agent Smiths of this world.
Probably.
They're just
gosh.
hunting us down.
It's freaky.
When we figure out, they'll eat us.
Is that what the new Matrix is going to be about? Is that what's going to be
Are they
like?
filming it right now in
I don't-
Spokane?
yeah.
Is that what this is?
It's real life.
We figured it
Yeah.
out. Is there a camera watching us right now?
It's a documentary.
Probably.
Dude, mockumentary about like the scooters taking over Spokane.
That would be good. That would be good.
We've written half the movie here already.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It'd be like an episode of like Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah.
I hope they make more of that show.
I think they will. I haven't finished it yet, but I think they'll make more
That's
of it.
good.
I watched the first episode and it was real good.
Yeah.
Real violent.
I liked it.
Mhm.
It was
Mhm.
Violence. is
That
good.
and I want them to make more Umbrella Academy. Which
They
I'm
are.
sure
They are.
will.
They renewed that for
Yeah.
their second
Two?
season.
That's
Yeah.
such, I want to read the comic actually.
Yeah, I'm sure
Isn't
it's
it
good.
Dark? Didn't you
Dark
say it was-
Horse, I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
you said it was Dark Horse.
Pretty sure it was Dark Horse.
That's a really good show.
I don't know what Umbrella Academy is.
It's a comic from Dark Horse, I think, and Netflix made a series out of it based on the comic
I don't know
book.
what Dark Horse is.
It's
It's
a
a comic book company.
I don't know what a comic book
okay. All right.
Comic
the
book
story. The
company
story. It's
is,
basically like X-Men, but I think better.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I don't know what X-Men is.
Gosh, dang it.
The scooters got to him.
Yeah.
They're taking over
I
his
don't,
brain.
I don't remember.
All he can think about is rolling. Just want to roll.
Yeah, it sure looks like a nice day to go on a roll.
Sure is a hot one.
Ben's just walking down the street, hits like a small div in the sidewalk, just like flips over like uncontrolled. Like, oh, I feel so good.
The reason they're taking over human bodies is so they can walk upstairs.
I think that's like they could kill us too. Like you're riding them, and then suddenly like the base of it just flips around, like breaks your ankles. Like it's both like this extreme force, like just snaps like your feet off. Like,
Why don't they just explode?
Well, I don't think they're terror. Like they're not
Okay.
they have like self-preservation.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
It's like a hive mind though. Like they all think as one.
That's
The
how
scooters like
they're
start
so
building
coordinated.
Like, they start building like World War Z.
yeah, with the World War Z zombies up a wall. They're
like
climbing up
walking
the
together.
building.
Like,
Do they ever transform into a giant lime
like build together.
lime mech?
Like the two of the base are like arms expanding like blades. They like become an airplane. I'm sorry.
Why is this so funny?
I can't stop.
It's funny. Oh man, that's good.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I love the setup. I hope this
I
works.
think it's good.
It's real
I'm
nice.
sorry
Yeah.
for not speaking into it.
You sounded fine.
I mean, even now you're kind of not speaking it right because the mic is like this.
You're talking into
You need to be
the tip
like-
of it.
like
Gotta- yeah.
on the side of it. Like you're kind of
Hey.
like this. You should
Yeah.
really be
Okay.
like
How
this.
about
I
this?
think the issue is
But then like right up to
your
it.
arm keeps slouching for some reason. 'Cause it's not
Yeah,
straight.
you don't need to be that far away from the
Table.
Table.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
He just wanted to
Man,
be more
kind
comfortable.
of lazy piece of crap.
I hope people can hear me though.
They can. Don't,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Oh
man.
gosh.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
It's okay.
It's okay, bud.
We'll redo it if you.
Well, do you guys have any fun plans for Memorial Day or
Nope.
just chilling?
Uh,
I think we're gonna go to my place after this and just have pizza, hang out.
sounds so fun. I'm so
Nice.
excited.
It's so fun,
Yep.
so good.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't
Anything else going on right now?
I can't think of
Got any other
anything else.
topics? Jesse, you want to talk about your car battery again? One more time.
Nope, I'm good.
One more time. Go.
Car battery.
Car battery.
Here-
I
here
want to
was-
ask why you didn't want to test drive it. I want to hear you try to explain like your
You
logic.
realize that that's like
What?
you would never buy a pair of shoes without putting them on first.
Yeah, but
You definitely wouldn't buy a car without driving it first. So why did you?
It's a $2,500 investment.
You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal from a grocery store. Why would you steal from DVD? Pirate, whatever. Yeah, I can't remember.
because I just like I've known him for so long.
But you don't
and
know his
he's-
car. You don't know if you
Yeah.
like driving his car.
I've
Who'd you buy it from?
Who was it? Do
Just
we know him?
a friend of ours.
a friend of ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like 10 o'clock at night, I think, and I just didn't feel comfortable driving it, and so
At night?
You
yeah.
sold-
I don't drive well.
Why
at
didn't you
night
just
at
wait
all.
till the next morning?
I don't know. It was
Was it like a spur of the moment thing? Like,
no.
man, I really want to sell my car, and you're like, I'll buy it.
Right
So,
now.
Yeah.
My previous car had transmission issues, and I just needed to get rid of it. And so, when I got rid of it, it was like I needed a car, and he was just like, "Hey, you need a car? You can take our car for $2,500 bucks." I said, "Okay," and I bought it from him. It's not really that great of a story. So.
No, it's not actually.
Well, I mean, here was your
Didn't
other
think so.
story.
At least you told it in an interesting way.
Here was your other story. My car wasn't working well. The battery cable was like ruined. I replaced the battery cable.
I didn't actually replace
Now
the
it
battery
works.
cable.
And now my car works, and
We
all
like-
of the problems that were there before are now gone. Thank you for listening to the story. It is over now.
Why are you speaking like a speaking spell?
Because that's man.
Pretty much what it
You
sounded
hear
like.
yourself?
Yeah, Ben, why
No,
are
I
you
don't.
speaking like that? That must be so hard to listen to.
Oh my
Speaking
gosh.
spell? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the story. There was a problem. I found the problem. I fixed the problem. There's no problem now.
Story over.
I didn't
Go to
actually-
sleep.
I haven't actually replaced the cable yet, so my dad and I just like MacGyvered a solution.
Just like
for
duct
now.
taped it.
No,
Because that's the MacGyver solution. Just duct tape.
duct tape everything.
Duct tape and a bomb or something.
Duct tape and a bomb. I don't think so, but yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Well, thanks for
Jesse,
letting us know.
you're a problem solver. You're a problem solver, Jesse.
I try real hard. Sometimes not hard enough.
oh my gosh.
Can I suggest next time you buy a car, test drive
Test drive it
it first?
first.
Yeah. Definitely do that. ask a bunch of questions about the history.
I want to
did
hear
ask a
all
bunch of
about it too.
questions.
I want to hear all about it.
Document every single detail and then tell us.
No thanks.
Well, the listeners want to hear. So.
Yeah, that's what
I
they're
doubt it.
wanting.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode.
Shoot, man.
Ending on a strong note.
Yeah.
Lime scooters are evil.
Game of Thrones is okay. The ending, at least.
I'm terrible at telling stories about my car. It's fine.
We already knew that.
Yeah.
You guys railed on me for my dirty glasses.
Well,
Because they're dirty.
they are dirty, and
Yeah.
it's it's something that's really easy to fix. It takes very little effort.
Just a tissue, for your nose.
I did you.
Dude, get us
Okay,
out, get us
okay,
out of
we're-
here. Get us the frick
We're
out of here.
done. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah.
Okay, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website at www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at hotkeyspodcast. And let me see if I get this Facebook group right for once. Follow us on Facebook at Podkey. I didn't get it right. Follow us on Facebook at podcast.hotkeys. I don't know why that's the name, but whatever. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. And finally, you can also contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com. Thanks, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
TTFN.